Hey there, how's it going? Today I'm going to be going over some items here from my travels abroad and a couple things that I think are pretty cool. So I thought I would just go through each of these items and talk about them for a couple moments. So I'll start with this here. This is a snow globe from Hout Konenberg. You can shake this up here. And this is in the Alsace region of France. There's a lot of great wine over there and some beautiful small French towns. I believe Beauty and the Beast is based in the region from where this castle is. So I think that was pretty cool. Here is another snow globe, which is from Shirakawa-Go. Let's shake it up here. And Shirakawa-Go is in Japan, and it's a World Heritage Site. And during the winter, the snow covers the houses, and it's a very beautiful, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. So, pretty cool. Here's a Irish wishing stone. This is from I believe, the Blarney Castle in Ireland. But it's always good to have a little Irish luck. So, very nice. Let's move to the next item. This item here. This is the from Mount Serrat in Spain, and it's the Black Madonna. But it's a very important statue or relic, and it's tucked away in a monastery up in the mountains outside of Barcelona. And it's one of the most beautiful, breathtaking places I've been. Next we have some Persian Candy, and this is from Iran. And I can't say it's my favorite candy, but my girlfriend is Persian, or from Iran. So I just thought that these boxes were very beautiful, and I just love the way that the light reflects off of the gold here. And this is a farce here. I wish I could read this for you, but unfortunately, sure, here's another scene as well. It's very beautiful kind of scene here. So, let's move on. Next we have the Pinocchio. So this is from Rome. And, I'm not an expert, but it's, of course, an Italian legend. And there's a store of just Pinocchio items. And I thought this was really cool, so. Really good wood sounds as well. So. Very nice. Next we have... This is from Colmar, and this is basically a small little portrait of a beautiful house that's in the city of Colmar, which is, again, in the Alsace region of France. Which, again, it's on the east side of France, near on the border with Germany. So all the houses look kind of like this. Sort of a typical German kind of look, but with a lot more ornamentation on the outsides. Moving on. So next we have our Totoros and family and friends. So these I bought at the Ghibli store. I think it was in Kyoto. And that store is amazing. So if you ever get a chance to visit, you have to go. And I got these little guys. Everything there is pretty expensive though, so that's why I got just these little things. But Totoro is a very cute movie, so very good for times like these. Okay, so we're gonna move on. So next we have this silver spoon from Zimbabwe. And there's a lot of handcrafted goods from Zimbabwe. A lot of talented stoneworkers and jewelry makers. And I got to visit some of the factories there in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. And I use this kind of as a pointer, but I really like this eagle. But it just has a lot of meaning for me as well. So, on that same note, here's some dollar bills from Zimbabwe, which I thought was kind of interesting because they use the US currency there. But as you can see, these dollars are... Usually they would throw these away, but over there they reuse them a lot. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of... You never see this kind of thing, but it has sentimental value for me because it was a very beautiful place, and but I did experience some hardships there, so that's why I kind of hold on to these, just to remember some of that. So. This is just something I really, really love, and it's just from Bob Kennedy's. It's an original pin from my grandmother, who's thankfully still with us and is 100 years old this year. But she saved me this pin, and it's from Bob Kennedy, who's, of course, the Kennedys have a mixed legacy, but I really appreciated his hard work and honesty. So, not that I was alive, but what you read at least, and so this pin, especially right now, has a lot of meaning as well. There's some chips here, but I'm gonna hold on to it as long as I can. Next, we have a card set for the football or soccer team, Bayern München. And I want to say this is from 2006, but the reason I love this especially is because Philip Lahm kind of looks, as the captain, looks kind of like I did when I was a younger guy. Almost the same birthday as well. But yeah, I thought that was really funny, and this is from the time I spent in Munich. So that was a really wonderful time for the World Cup in 2006 and more. So really a wonderful place. Next we have... These are some Shirakawa-Go Huts. And this is the traditional... I forget the name of the houses. This is the particular style in Japan. But they're the ones that get covered with snow. And they're like a traditional kind of farming hut. And they're extremely beautiful. So one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. And I just love the hand craftsmanship on this as well. So next we have Cocoa of Kinsale. And Kinsale is in Ireland. This is from my trip in Ireland. That was maybe last year, fall time. And this was a sweet shop in Kinsale, which is a lovely seaside town. If you have not had a chance to visit and you're in that area, that's a really beautiful place. And this beautiful church over there, and a beautiful bay as well. So I recommend going there. But this has some value, and also thought I would take check this out as well here, which is this Blarney Castle and Gardens map. So I actually lucked out and went on the off season, and there was no line, and I kissed the Blarney Stone, and well, I can't say I've had good luck considering everything, but that all said, it's a beautiful castle. If it was very crowded, I probably would have not gone, but since it was empty, it was really beautiful, and the gardens are also fantastic, so it's a very beautiful time. Next, we have this Blockbuster membership card, and rest in peace, Blockbuster. I just held on to this thing because it is a reminder of the changing times. I remember going here on the weekends for a movie, and now I think there's one left, maybe somewhere in Oregon or Washington or something like that. So it's that one as well. Next, we have the shot glass from the Country Music Hall of Fame. And this wonderful town, great music. And I was here maybe 2 years ago, hiking in the woods there and hanging out with a friend of mine. And just staying right on the river. And it's just a really fantastic town. So hold on to this guy as well. So it makes a pretty good sound as well. Next we have the sheep. And the sheep is from Ireland as well. I believe it's from Killarney, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just fluffy and very cute. So makes some good sounds as well. Now we have a candle from Positano, which is in the Amalfi Coast in Italy. And you can see a lot of lemons there, and a lot of their food, and just the true lemon trees in general. And when I think of the Amalfi Coast, I think of bougainvillea and the smell of lemons. So Positano is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen, or towns, and definitely worth it's a must visit if you ever get a chance to go to Italy, or if you live over there. So next we have the cowbell, and this cowbell is from Switzerland, and I believe this one I bought in Interlaken, which is a wonderful, lovely small town in Switzerland, an hour and a half outside of Zurich, and it has a beautiful lake over there with a lot of outdoor activity and woods and things of that nature. So Switzerland is just a lovely country, and the people are absolutely charming as well. But it's just a very nice little trinket. And now we're just on to our last two. So here we have the replica of the Gates of Persepolis, and it's an amazing place that you must visit if you ever had a chance. But things are obviously a little bit more difficult with the political situation, and of course the situation happening now with the health crisis. So, but when things are safer, it's a place you must visit, and I absolutely recommend it. It really gives you a connection to time and maybe how somebody of you are this place at one time, maybe thousands of years in the future. And then just lastly, we have one more item here, and that is the Anise Necklace. And let's go ahead and pull this out. And this is a necklace from the 3rd to 7th century AD. And you can see that it's made of carnelian, which was, in today's time, it's a cheaper gem, but it is in the old times considered good luck and good for fertility, and it was a very prized gem. So this is 100 of years old. I usually don't touch this, but for this video I'm gonna just open this up, and you can just imagine how many hands these beads have touched and gone through. So let's go ahead and take this out here. And as you can see, the red beads are the carnelian, and of course here you can see in the center there's some centerpieces here. This is, usually there's some bigger pieces as like the centerpiece, and you could wrap this around twice. But back in the day, this is kind of the style, and it's just really amazing to imagine the hands that this has passed through over the centuries. So 3rd century to 7th century, that's 300 BC or 300 AD. And this is from the Sassanid Empire, which was the last Persian empire before the Islam came and took over. So there's a sort of a patriotic cultural significance to Persian people as well. So anyway, that's the end of my collection, and I really hope you enjoyed it and that you have a lovely evening. Thank you so much.